These are the top 10 best guns to use in COD MBR. Peacekeeper is a versatile assault rifle, which can play close range as hipfire weapon to mid-range for assault rifle playstyle. It works well for sniper support as we can use snipers at long range and Peacekeeper for everything else. Commonly rapid fire barrel is used to get faster fire rate, but the cons don't allow Peacekeeper to be versatile. Why I use task force barrel instead. Difference in fire rate is negligible and we have good time to kill in hipfire range and respectable time to kill afterwards. And since hitbox is consistent, meaning legs don't do lower damage, we will always get the stamp to kill no matter what, unlike some SMGs which do lower damage to legs and cause inconsistencies in time to kill. For hipfire weapons, movement speed is important and Peacekeeper has fast movement speed, and people usually think sprint to fire is important, why we see builds like this on Mac 10 cause it has slow sprint to fire. But as a note, if we start a fight with slide and then hipfire, the sprint to fire differences between guns becomes negligible. As with any gun, we will start firing midway during the slide animation, so we will be a harder target for enemy to hit, and it gives all guns a similar starting scenario, thereby equalizing the sprint to fire differences. One major advantage of Peacekeeper is the reload speed. It has the fastest reload speed for assault rifles, and we can reload faster than the time it takes us to do a slide, which makes Peacekeeper good when playing against multiple enemies. Peacekeeper also has one of the best hipfire spreads in the game, even better than Mac 10, but more on this later in the separate hipfire analysis video. For assault rifle playstyle, Peacekeeper maintains fast ADS movement compared to other guns, as usually BR builds are slow to use, which gives Peacekeeper an advantage, and ADS speed is also on the faster side while having lower flinch along with easy recall and good bullet spread, which can beam at range, with bullet speed being the standard for full auto guns, which makes Peacekeeper a top contender for versatile weapon. Only problem is hipfire spread is worse due to using agile stock, but more on that in a bit. And as a note, this 800 meters per second bullet speed is the fastest for full auto weapons like assault rifles and LMGs, and I refer to it as the full auto standard, as other bullet speeds are compared to this. Gunsmith build is divided into hipfire build and assault rifle build. The hipfire build can play at range, why I recommend using that, but we lose out on the faster ADS movement and lower flinch, why we can use firm grip or let go of sound suppression. And for a versatile gunsmith, we can use this, with lack of sound suppression being the main con. As for mods, I tend to use hipfire, extended mag and long range. M13 is used for the same playstyle as Peacekeeper and works well for sniper support weapon. It has fastest fire rate for assault rifles and fire rate is even faster than some SMGs. The effective range is better than Peacekeeper while having faster time to kill, and it has good hitbox for legs to do low damage, so this time to kill will be consistent. But one problem is, since the fire rate is so fast, sometimes the bullets don't register and we end up dying. Even though 680 milliseconds time to kill is fast enough that we will win most gunfights in close range, hipfire spread is decent, worse than Peacekeeper but usable in close range. But mobility is poor for hipfire weapon, and stats like ADS speed or mobility may seem slow, but most BR builds have ADS speed around this range, while these stats are nothing out of the norm. We get 60 bullets in mag, which is nice to have, but the reload speed is so slow that if we end up depleting the mag, then we will die during the reload animation, while the fast fire rate is both an advantage as well as a disadvantage. For pros, it gives better time to kill and makes missing shots less punishing, but for cons, our bullets deplete quicker, why we need to be accurate with our shots to make ammo consumption efficient, because if we don't have good aim and we cannot manage the ammo efficiently, then guns like Peacekeeper will be better to use. Why it is recommended to play M13 as a mid-range weapon more, as the fast fire rate along with easy recall and good bullet spread all play to M13's strengths, and the bullet speed is also the full auto standard, which makes M13 hold its own against any other gun. The versatile build is this, and red dot is essential if you don't have a good skin, otherwise we can use ranger grip or no stock as you like it. This is the aggressive build. I don't recommend using it as it is harder to spray at range, but if you tend to play close range more, then this build is more worth using. For mods, I mainly just need the extended mag, but vertical recall is good along with hipfire or long range depending on your playstyle. And now is a good time to leave a like and comment something nice to help support the video. If you want a weapon which excels for hipfire playstyle, versatile, then look no further than Hades. Disable perk is an advantage as it makes even Mach 10, which has the fastest movement speed in the game, the same as Peacekeeper. So even though Hades has poor mobility cause it is a LMG, the mobility differences won't matter when guns like Peacekeeper end up having similar mobility as Hades, all thanks to disable perk. The range is better than M13, but the time to kill is same, and the time to kill will be consistent as legs turn to lower damage. Remember how I had said faster fire rate has cons too? Hades can be used if you want fast time to kill but don't want to deal with the cons of fast fire rate. One thing about Hades is it has infinite range after 27 meters while still maintaining respectable time to kill, so we can use Hades as a versatile weapon. Only problem is we cannot challenge long range like the number 5th weapon in this list, so we have to play from Hipfire to mid range. Recall's easy to beam in this range and bullet speed is full auto standard. We get 84 bullets in mag, but reload time is slow, but it is a common theme for LMGs. But fast reload speed isn't necessary, as with 84 bullets we can do 1 versus 4 without reloading, and we can sustain spray for 7 seconds, which is higher than SMGs and nearly double of Peacekeeper. Other advantage is iron sights. We use crossbar attachment, which gives us a clean view of the enemy, which helps concentrate on enemy better and not get distracted by iron sights. LMGs also have more zoomed in ADS view compared to red dot, assault rifle iron sights, or even SMGs, and this helps with accuracy when spraying at range. For Gunsmith build, this is the main build, and this with sound suppression, although I personally don't use disable perk. And as a note, since the fire rate of Hades is similar to Peacekeeper, you can decide if you want faster mobility or want to make enemy mobility slower, cause Hades without disable isn't worth using when we can opt for Peacekeeper or some other hipfire weapon instead. I have talked of sniper support weapons, but which sniper to use for long range? ZRG gets a mention for 2 reasons. First, it has infinite one-shot headshot at all ranges, meaning we will knock an enemy instantly if we aim for the head, and for snipers this is an advantage. First reason is, if we challenge on the sniper, they are usually a stationary target, so the instant knock works in our favor. And second, even if we spray with long range assault rifle, the ADS movement isn't overly fast that we still stand a chance to get a one-shot kill. But a problem is flinch, which can make us miss our shots. Why aiming around head area is enough, as even if we miss the one-shot kill, we can two-shot kill while having good movement, as if we use the quickscope build, we can take the first shot, slide, and take the second shot. And if we use the stability build, then we need to rely on aim and accuracy to get that one-shot kill. This makes ZRG a high-skill sniper, as it requires skill to do well with it, and not as brain dead as spamming with M21 EBR at range. The next advantage is the bullet speed. ZRG has the fastest bullet speed in the game. If you want to get a knock on an enemy at like 150 meters, we can pretty much aim at their head and we will get that one-shot kill. On some other sniper, we will need to aim above their head and we may miss the shot or not get the one-shot kill. Why this bullet speed advantage makes ZRG the most consistent one-shot sniper in the game. The only problem is one-shot kills are inconsistent in high-skill lobbies, as in BR we can do infinite movement as there is no fatigue, so instead of standing still we can just keep on moving and never get one-shotted. And ZRG has slower fire rate compared to other snipers, why sometimes the enemy can go back to cover and we don't get the two-shot kill that way. This is a major reason why semi-auto snipers are preferred, as they are more consistent to get kills at range and are not that high skill to use, so most people do well with them. Mobility for snipers tends to be slow, so one way to get around that is by running with melee and only taking out the sniper when needed. And we get 4 bullets in mag, which makes extended mod an essential attachment, and the mag also does higher damage to vehicles, making it good against tanks and choppers. For Gunsmith build, I use the quickscope build now, but the stable build can also be used. For mods, extended mag, fast ADS, and sniper expert is a good combination. If not ZRG, then Rytech can be used as an alternative. It also has the ability to one-shot headshot at all ranges, but unlike ZRG, Rytech has faster fire rate and is a semi-auto sniper, so we can spam bullets and make the follow-up shot to knock the enemy much quicker. But as a con, bullet speed is slower and recall is high, so we need to use stability attachments, and quickscope build isn't worth using. When hard scoping, our breath hold time is better than ZRG and flinch is also lower, so even if we are under enemy fire, we can finish the kill thanks to both of these stats being good on Rytech. Apart from these, Rytech shares the same traits as ZRG, like slower mobility, 5 shots in the mag, which makes extended mod essential, and ADS speed is also slower since the Gunsmith build focuses on stability over quickscope. For mods, use vertical recall mod or sniper expert with extended mag and and fast ADS. RPD cooling compressor is a unique weapon. It is the only primary weapon in the game that has infinite ammo, and it makes collecting heavy ammo completely pointless. So with RPD, we can focus more on getting kills rather than collecting good loot. And one tactic we can use is when coming back from revival flight with a pistol and no ammo, we can get an RPD and still stand a chance to win the game. To make unlimited ammo balance, the gun has an overheat function where after shooting 100 bullets, the gun has to cool down before we can spray again. It is better to spray around 80 bullets and not overheat, as the cooldown is a long time compared to controlling our spray so we don't overheat. Due to this, the gun doesn't have a reload function, and we can take on multiple enemies by simply sliding and firing, as one slide is enough to reduce the cooldown so we can spray and knock an enemy and repeat. We have 28 meters of initial range and then infinite range afterwards with very competitive time to kill, and it is faster than the most popular assault rifle which is used in BR right now. Time to kill is also consistent as legs don't do lower damage. Personally, if I can use only one gun in BR, I would choose RPD, and RPD would rank much higher, but mobility cons hold it back, which is a common feature for LMGs. The RPD playstyle is to dominate everything beyond hipfire range, while a common combination is to use a hipfire weapon and then use RPD for everything else. We have no recoil sprays at any range with tight bullet spread since we build the Gunsmith for beaming, and bullet speed is a full auto standard, so RPD can hold its own against other meta guns that are used in BR. And since we get infinite ammo, it opens up a slot for weapon mod, as we don't need to use extended mod anymore. I use fast ADS, hipfire and precise shot, or long range depending on your build. If I have this build, then I use precise shot, otherwise long range for my usual build. Disable can be used, but I don't prefer using it. As an alternate LMG, we can use Holger. Holger is a ground loot this season, which makes it very accessible, and unlike LMGs, Holger actually has decent mobility which is similar to assault rifles, so we can use it as a versatile weapon which has 100 bullets in mag and can use the disable perk, and it has good bullet spread, easy recoil and full auto standard for bullet speed, making Holger more worth using than many assault rifles. We still see LMG cons like slower ATS speed, while I use fast ADS, long range and precise shot, or hipfire mod depending on if I play close range more or mid range more. Long range mod is good as Holger has good time to kill in close range, same as Hades or M13, and you can use mono to boost it further, but it hurts bullet spread while I use this build instead.